So funny story.
Yes.
About it. Unless you're, I don't want to interrupt if we're still setting it up.
No.
Oh.
We're good. Tim is on it.
So I want to say a couple of years ago, I went to Command Fest, Bellevue. Bellevue. Thank you. Yes. Place, just outside of Seattle.
Microsoftville.
Yeah. And I went to one of the shindigs that they had for the guests that went to it. And I was sitting down with a gentleman who worked for Wizards, who I will not say, in case this gets them in trouble. And so we were just talking, and they were like, "So what are your favorite Magic-related things?" And I was like, I like the really weirdo mechanics in Magic, the ones that make it feel like a different card game. Not to say that I want to play a different card game, but I like Mutate.
Yeah.
I like Meld. I like Emerge. The really kind of weird ones. I love dungeons and like all those kinds of things. But my favorite one is definitely Meld, and I really hope they bring that back. And then their face when I said that was just like completely like, oh, I see. Good to know.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, Brothers War came out, and and Meld was in the set. So flash forward to this year, I ran into them again for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
And they gave me the same face when they said, "I don't know if you remember me, but," and I was like, "Oh, I do. I think about this conversation all the time about Meld." And they were like, "Oh, good to know." I'm not reading into that. I'm just saying.
This is how Wizards picks which mechanics to return.
Yeah.
And one guy is just like, what rolls up to Ben once every year and be like, "So what mechanics do you like?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of that groundhog that predicts if the winter's gonna keep going or not.
Tony Phil.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're not familiar with Meld, ask who actually kind of posted a picture there. It's two cards that when they are on the field, they'll do a thing together, and you flip them over, and they turn into one big card.
Yeah.
They're each a half of the big card.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.